We've warned about Europeans taking British jobs. Your wife is German. She's
Yes.
your secretary.
Yes.
She's paid for by the British taxpayer.
Here's a rather ridiculous situation when UKIP were on the rise 10 years ago and Nigel Farage was still an MEP, pushing the premise that we needed to leave the EU because of Europeans flooding into the UK and taking British jobs. Nick Robinson pushes Nigel for details.
She came here as a highly skilled person, earning a high salary, paying a very large amount of tax. It all goes to show. Nobody must think.
Was your wife taking someone else's job?
No, because I don't think anybody else would want to be in my house at midnight, going through emails and going to be briefed for the next day. And actually, if you look at Westminster, 1 in 4 MPs at Westminster, all right, employs a close family relative. And actually what's happening in the last 2 weeks, of the 73 British MEPs, I'm the one that is being singled out and saying, goodness me, Mr Farage, you're costing the taxpayer a great deal of money. Don't forget, I am the turkey that can vote for Christmas. I want to get rid of British MEPs and all the expenses.
I love this next bit where Robinson astutely points out Farage's ability to laugh everything off, implying he uses jokes as a deflection.
You see, you try to turn everything into a joke. You have a campaign that says that Europeans are taking British jobs.
Yes.
You employ a German woman to work in your office. She happens to be your wife.
Well, she was employed.
Happens to spend many hundreds of thousands of British taxpayers' money. How do you justify it?
No, she doesn't. She earns a very modest salary for working extremely unsociable hours for me and being available up to 7 days a week. It's a very different situation to a mass of hundreds of thousands of people coming in and flooding the lower ends of the labour market.
So why isn't she taking a British person's job?
Because nobody else could do that job.
No British person could work for you as your secretary?
Not unless American.
You don't think anybody's capable of doing that job?
What, marrying me?
No, of doing the job as your secretary. I mean, paid in
I don't know anybody that would work those kind of hours now.
Imagine Farage being your boss and your husband. Ugh.
So that's it. It's clear. You do not believe that any British person is capable of being the secretary of their leader.
That's nonsense, you know that.
Well, you just said it.
I said I need somebody to help me working at midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, unsociable hours, and that happens to be the person I lived with for 7 years. For 7 years she did the job unpaid, the last few years she's done the job on a modest salary, and from May she'll be doing it unpaid again.
Nigel Farage, thank you very much indeed. Very grateful for your time. Appreciate it.
Click here for Farage could lose his second job.